Here is a card scraper for a beginner woodworker, or for someone who just wants a scraper that works. I was a bit intimidated because I knew how difficult card scraping sharpening was, but I found success pretty much on the first try, and it's because of the materials and tools. This is a quick and easy method. It's also cheap. If you have your hands on an old Japanese saw, or know someone who could give you one, that's the best way to go. Because the hard steel of the blade is what makes this work. I tried some tools I already had, like a marking gauge, but those didn't work. So I reshaped it and used a typical sharpening method. I flattened the top surface of the card scraper and then the sides. In this quick method, I just used a 1000 grit diamond stone. I bought a nail punch for €1 and used it as a burnisher. The reason to use a nail punch is because of the hard steel. I'm assuming the material is harder than the saw blade because it deforms it, and this is necessary for burnishing and creating a burr. I laid the card scraper flat and burnished the two sides. This deforms the metal upwards. And then I moved to the top surface. I started perpendicular to the card scraper, so no angle. I went with 10 to 15 strokes, and then I started to angle the burnisher slightly, as you see here, another 10 strokes. And then I went even more at an angle. I wasn't precise with the angle to see how it would even work. You should feel a large burr on that side. And for the other side, I pretty much left the burnisher flat, just a bit of an angle, just to see if it would cut. As you see here, there are some shavings, but they're small. So I tried burnishing again, not sharpening with the diamond stone, but just with the burnisher, on the sides and then on the top surface, as I did before. I also went with a different method of scraping on the wood. I used my palm to rest on the middle of the card scraper. It's more of an aggressive form. The shavings are quite nice, and even cuts too much sometimes. But it's fine for what I want, which is a smooth surface. It cuts through knots as well. Ignore the deeper cuts on the wood here, but the surface is smooth.